What's good, Washington fans? So the final day of mandatory minicamp was today, day 3 of minicamp. Some interesting things happened, but first off, I hear that the defense dominated today again. But there definitely were some big plays from the offense sprinkled in. But as you know, with the schedule, we will go first. We're going to go over the injury report, then the big plays, and then we'll end with a reaction to Ron Rivera's press conference, some news and notes from that, and then also special teams and Nate Kasser did a press conference as well. So, but I really like how Ron Rivera did say that he does win a competition. A lot of people are saying it's not going to be a real competition, but Heineke's made some really good throws. Fitzpatrick did throw 2 interceptions today, so we already know some days going to be good for him, some days going to be bad. We don't want to take too much from just practice, but at the same time, if he's throwing multiple interceptions, and Heineke's doing well. Heineke threw some interceptions today as well. I think Kyle Allen threw a touchdown and a pick today as well, but so we're not going to get too crazy, but it is encouraging to hear that Ron Rivera he said he regretted not having a competition last year. And he said that in previous interviews after in the offseason before. But we'll see if Taylor Heineke can give this some go and give Fitzpatrick some pressure here, because I do like Heineke a lot. I like what I saw from, I know it was 1.5 games, but I thought the guy, from what I see, the guy has swag. Like they say, Fitzpatrick has swag. I think Taylor Heineke has some swag and a lot of confidence, and is not scared of the moment. He's not scared of the moment. He has a lot of confidence, a lot of swag, and he's very smart. Goes through his progressions as well, and he's a tough guy. Plays with no fear. The man is fearless. So we'll see what happens. I do like Fitzmagic as well. There is a stat saying that he was the #1 quarterback under pressure last year. Of course, meaning, his offensive line was pretty bad, so he's under a lot of pressure and made big throws and had the best passer rating while he was under pressure, under duress, and had the best completion percentage as well. So let the best man win. So let's get into the injury report and who was not there today. So this is from Ben Standing. He said Curtis Samuel was not there again. J.D. McKissick, Jimmy Moreland, and John Bostic, they were not there at practice today. Again, Tim Settle was out again for a second straight day with an ailment. Ben Standing and also Nikki Javala says that Logan Thomas was out there at practice, but it does not look like he will be participating. So he did not participate in practice. So this is from Ben Standing. He says Jarrett Patterson is quick, caught a pass on the right flat from Kyle Allen and booked into the front right corner of the end zone with defenders in pursuit. So Jarrett Patterson, it looks like he's going to be a part of the passing game. That's what we need, a guy that's versatile, that can do both. Very quick, very quick. So very low to earth, only 5'6", but he's real shifty, and he can make a lot of guys miss out there. So I'm excited for Jarrett Patterson. I can't wait to see what he can do in this offense. If he does make the team, he could be a dark horse to make the roster. If we do keep 4 running backs instead of 3. This is from Ben Standing as well. Montez Sweat just blew up a pass play at Fitzpatrick before the quarterback could look down the field. Next play, Cole Holcomb with a great leaping pass deflection. So I heard this was a big play. I saw it on the Instagram as well. It looked like he just laid out there. So Cole Holcomb with the mullet making big plays. We're looking forward to him and Jamin Davis being our 2 speed linebackers out there. So Cole Holcomb is getting better each year. Had a solid year last year. I love the play where he blew up Zeke in the backfield and then sacked Andy Dalton. That's probably one of my favorite Cole Holcomb plays. So I heard he did pretty well with deflecting a pass today. This is from Zach Selby. So Khaleke Hudson got an interception on Ryan Fitzpatrick in red zone drills. That was the first interception of the day. And this is from Zach Selby. He says another interception from the defense. Second one from Bobby McCain, who is having himself a darn day. So this is good to hear too. Bobby McCain, we picked him up, and his deal is very, very cheap. I think it's the veteran minimum. It's like a 1 year, $850,000 deal or something like that, or $1 million deal, which is very cheap and a very team-friendly deal. So that's good to hear. I mean, we should definitely get some good production out of Bobby McCain. He's definitely going to make the roster. A lot of people think he's going to start, and he definitely could start at free safety. He plays nickel corner as well. So I'm excited to see what Bobby McCain can do. He's a leader, was a team captain on the Dolphins, played with Fitzpatrick, played with Eric Flowers last year. So those guys got some familiarity. But Bobby McCain, man, all I hear is good things about him. He's a great communicator and a great leader, and that's what Ron Rivera is looking for. So if he can be really good at free safety, that would be great, because he's bringing something that we didn't have a natural free safety last year. We did try DeShazer Everett, who did play well at free safety, and Jeremy Reeves played well at free safety as well. Troy Apke struggled, But Bobby McCain, we can definitely play single high with him back there at the free safety position. So he had a heck of a day today from what I'm hearing. Also, this is from Zach Selby, and there's a 40-yard bomb of a throw and catch from Taylor Heineke to De'Ami Brown for a touchdown. De'Ami Brown had a couple of steps on Ben St. Juice on the play. So we heard how Ben St. Juice did the Allen Iverson step over on Terry McLaurin, which was very disrespectful. A lot of people in the comments were very upset about that, talking about him disrespecting our best offensive player in Terry McLaurin. But it's competition. I get it. Things are going to get heated. Training camp guys fight all the time. So there probably will be a fight between Ben St. Juice and Terry McLaurin in camp. You know, corners and wide receivers, they go at it, especially when they're blocking each other. So there probably will be a heated fight. It's going to be hot as crap in Richmond. I'll try my best to be down there for training camp. But it's going to be interesting. So De'Ami Brown cooked Ben St. Juice. I'm excited to hear that too, because De'Ami, that's my guy. He's my favorite pick of our draft class. And he like I said, he's probably going to be that third option. I'm expecting about 600 to 700 yards receiving, and that's just being humble for him. I wouldn't go as far as 1,000, but all the beat reporters, all the people who watch him, just talk about how fast he is, how quick he is, how fluid he is, how smooth he is running routes out there. So seeing him cook Ben St. Juice is exciting. After you hear Ben St. Juice has been doing a solid job on Terry McLaurin, so looks like Ben St. Juice got humbled today. I don't know if De'Ami Brown was chirping at Ben St. Juice getting back at him for yesterday. And then also, this is good news too. From Zach Selby. AGG, Antonio Gandy Golden, just made an insane one-handed grab with some tight coverage on him. Drew a lot of cheers from the offense, and Terry McLaurin ran downfield to give his fellow wide receivers some props. This was a throw from Kyle Allen, and Troy Apke was in coverage on this. So AGG, he's been matched up with Troy Apke lately from what I've seen in the videos. So it looks like he knows the guy to target and go up against. He's like, okay, I see Apke on me. All right, let me go off. Let me go ahead and do something. So as we know, the training camp battle, but in my opinion, is really Calvin Harmon and AGG to make that last roster spot. I think we're going to keep 6 wide receivers. So AGG has to step up. Calvin Harmon caught a 50-yard bomb yesterday, so AGG had to step up and stand out. So I heard this was a spectacular play. This is the best catch that he's made so far in camp. AGG 6'4", he's super athletic. As we saw in his Liberty highlights and tape, the guy can jump. He can jump out the gym. Was a gymnastics player. Was a gymnastics guy. Could do the Rubik's Cube. Was smart and all that. We just got to see it translate to the field. So I do want to see AGG do really, really well. So I'm excited to see preseason as well. I'm just excited for all this stuff. Nicky Javala said there was a lot of trash talking from the Washington defensive line there in playoff form. So like I said, the defense has been dominating so far at minicamp. Chase Young's been their hype man and just getting guys up. This is also from Pete Haley. He says the second team offense just assembled a good drive. Chirping ensued from the sideline. Chase Young heard it all the way across on his side and yelled back, "Y'all score yet?" Third team offense then gets picked, which Chase Young responds to by running around and shooting water up in the air. So this must have been before all the things that I said in the beginning. The defense was dominating, getting intercepted. They started off with 2 picks on Fitzpatrick, and then I think the offense finally scored after that. I think with Taylor Heineke or Kyle Allen. Chase Young's just been that hype man. As we saw on the sidelines in the games, the guy was just getting guys hyped up, running around, just cheering his teammates on. So that's why I was not bashing this guy for not making voluntary OTAs, because I know he's going to come in and work. And we don't have to question his work ethic. Like I said, he's not like Albert Haynesworth, where he's going to eat a bag of chips and then come in and be overweight and stuff like that. So Chase Young is getting it done. So Bobby McCain stepped in front of a Fitzpatrick pass and a Heineke pass. So he had 2 picks on the day, explaining once again how good Bobby McCain was today. Had 2 picks. He picked off Fitz, and then he picked off Taylor Heineke. That was from Pete Haley. Charles Lano, there's another play where Chase Young got a sack. Yeah, this is from Zach Selby. Chase Young just breezed by Charles Lano for what would have been a sack too. Sweat made easy work of his man too, and that's what I'm talking about after the play. So the defensive line has really been talking a lot of trash. Zach Selby said pretty clear that defense won the first half at the team drills, but the offense finished strong with 3 consecutive touchdowns. The last was a pass from Kyle Allen, who threaded the needle to Ricky Seals-Jones, the new tight end, for a touchdown. Also, this is from Zach Selby as well. He said the offense gets into the end zone. A connection from Taylor Heineke to Dax Milne. It was a good execution, but a block from AGG is what set up the score too. So this will help AGG make the roster too, is by blocking, using his size and his frame and his strength to get guys open. So that would be a big help for him. Dax Milne as well. He's a fringe guy on that end of the roster. I'm hearing that he's taking first-team reps at punt returner from JP Finlay. So that's good. That would definitely help Dax Milne make this roster by being the starting punt returner. So I'm going to go over a few plays here. I think I have a couple plays left that I did want to talk about. But I think that's about it for today for the big plays that happened. Dustin Hopkins hit a 45-yard field goal to end practice, so they ended on a good note. So Dustin Hopkins is a guy I personally was not a fan of the way he played last year. He was pretty iffy. I think he lost us a couple of games, or definitely put us in bad situations where he missed the extra point against the Giants, missed the extra point against the Bengals. He missed what other games did he miss? He missed a lot of extra points, or not a lot, but a couple of extra points and some field goals. The Seahawks game, he missed the extra point that we were supposed to be down by 3 with Dwayne Haskins, but we were down by 5, 15-20. We ended up losing that game, so we could have tied it. So every point counts, honestly. So Dustin Hopkins definitely put us in some bad spots last year and was very iffy from field goals and extra point range. All right, so let's get to the presser from Ron Rivera. He spoke on how deep the wide receiver position is. He says, we really have some good football players at the position. He said, added that it's going to be tough to sort through competition in training camp. So, like I said before, man, the last 3 guys, AGG, Cam Simmons is going to make the roster. AGG, Calvin Harmon, Dax Milne, DeAndre Carter, Steve Sims, Calvin Harmon. It's like 6, 7 guys fighting for one spot. It's going to be crazy. Isaiah Wright as well. It's going to be crazy. A lot of competition. Another thing from Ron Rivera, he said he learned from last summer when there was this is from John Kahn, when there was no real quarterback competition. Why he wants to see one this summer, says he'll create more game-like situations and maybe rotate guys to work with different groups. So he wants to see everybody work with the first team. Just mix it up, man. He regrets not having a competition with Dwayne Haskins because in his press conference, he was like, I had a guy last year that we didn't give a competition to. Basically, he was talking about Dwayne Haskins. He just didn't say his name. He regretted not having a competition between Haskins and Kyle Allen. This year, he wants to have a real competition with Taylor Heinicke and Ryan Fitzpatrick. A lot of people are saying because of the money that Fitz is getting, the $10 million, and then incentives will bring it up to $12 million, that this will not be a real competition. The money tells all. I do think that Ron Rivera really does want to have a real competition. The preseason will definitely tell. If Heinicke goes out there and bowls in a preseason game, or Fitzmagic goes out there and throws an interception, and it's like, hey, man, we got to see who the best. You got to put the best player out there, man. You really do. So, of course, he talked about the vaccine with Montez Sweat again. I'm not going to get too much into that. He just says Ron Rivera says you have to respect everybody's desires and their decisions. So, can't really control what Montez wants to do. If he doesn't want to take the vaccine, it is what it is. Can't force the man to do that. And then this is from Nate Katzer. He said he has used DeAndre Carter, Isaiah Wright, Steve Sims, Dax Milne, and Danny Johnson as punt returners this spring. He knows that Adam Humphries can do it as well. So, a lot of competition at that punt returner spot. We don't really have a guy that stands out. We struggled last year from punt returner. Isaiah Wright muff punts and Steve Sims muff punts as well. That definitely put us in really, really bad spots. So I think that is about it for Minicamp. Oh, the last nugget here. Ron Rivera has noticed how well Fitzpatrick works with the wide receivers and the offensive line. Mention how Heinicke delivers a good ball and also has good rapport with his pass catchers. So that's about it, man. I'm excited for the competition, man. Quarterback competition and wide receiver competition. We'll see who wins between Ryan Fitzpatrick and Heinicke. So I will try to make a video tomorrow, just talking about some standouts like I did last week with OTAs, or Saturday sometime this weekend. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for rocking with me through OTAs and minicamp. This has been fun. I think they have like a 5-week break until training camp. So there's a little time. There's going to be a little lull in between. There's not going to be a lot of news and things like that. I'll try my best to make at least 1 or 2 videos each week. So stay tuned for that. Hail to the football team, y'all. Peace.